Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Bo. So the last video I did was called how to build a flat, safe foundation. But you guys were like, hey dude, so how do you actually flatten land? That's a pretty good question. So let's assume that we're going to be building ourselves a little cabin or something. I don't know, like right here. Let's just say right here, okay? Hey, you wanted to build your cabin, but you want to build one like right here? Okay, let's try that again. Go down until you can start seeing little square edges. See on the left and right, you got square edges. That will definitely tell you where your grid is. Okay, so see how that's nice and flat and nice? So one option you could do is to do this all the way around and you're pretty close to flat, but it ain't gonna work that well. So let's just assume I dig this. So let me just dig the trench real quick and I'll be right back. All right, so here we go. We leveled the thing. We're gonna lose some daylight here, but we'll be fine for the time being. We're gonna go ahead and just try to level what we have. Of course, 2 seconds into it, now it's getting dark. Go figure. All right, hold on a second. Let me go to sleep. All right, good morning, everybody. So let's do this where we can actually see proper. How about that? So just take a little look at what we trenched already. We now, as you can look in there, we got a pretty decent size looking cube. One part got a little messed up though. That's not a big deal. That does happen from time to time. So we will need a workbench, which means I hope I brought some wood with me. Of course, why would I bring wood with me? That would be like being prepared or something, right? So we could put our little workbench in our little spot if a place is big enough, but we will be fine. It encompasses our build area, so for the purpose of this video, we will be good. Okay, let's pick up some whatever else is growing on here. Dandelions, get rid of any rocks, get rid of any trees, stumps, etc. All right, so let's raise the ground. So you'll go here on this edge. There we go. Nice. So you see how that established a corner now? So what we can do is let's get down to a flat corner. So let's say for some reason that will be the level, this one right here. So if we look over to the left, you'll see that is a dip. Okay, so if we put our raising thing here on this corner, you see how the left side is flat, the right side isn't. Now, so that shows us we have a dip. Okay, we could bring this down, but generally it's a better idea to bring it up. Just because you'd rather be a higher place to build than a lower place to build. So we can see that left side needs a little love. So let's go ahead and raise it up. So we'll start on the corner and in the middle. There we go. So you're doing this until the circle is flat. So you see how now circle's getting there. Now it's flat, flat, and flat. So we are good. So we can now use this reference site to tell us how we're doing. You can even eyeball it, look down like here, you see the very bottom of my screen. That's where level is. So let's go ahead, raise, and I'm pretty damn sure I'm gonna have to raise that too. All right. Yeah, you can always use some food. Grab some honey too. Okay. So make sure you're referencing from your flat point. So here is our flat point, right? Nice and flat. There we go. So now let's run our thing. As you can see, perfect circle, not so perfect circle. Perfect circle. That one corner's got to come down to the smidge, and we are now good. So this left side here and this side here. So now we just got to fill in the middle. Sometimes it's obvious, but sometimes it's not. All right. There. Okay. Now, starting back at our square area. Okay, you're gonna have to sometimes come back here as a reference point just to see. Hit it once, check. Hit it again, check. We want those circles to be nice and flat. Okay, there we go. All right, that part looking pretty okay. Little tall. And there we go. So let's take a little gander. We can see that we're a little bit high still. Now remember, it's based on where your cursor is pointing, okay? So that's how you're gonna be able to tell if you're flat or not. If you're on a high spot, it'll look perfect. If you're on a low spot, that's where you'll start seeing those fades. Okay, so you're looking to put your cursor in the low spots to see if it's level. Okay, so let's take a little gander here. That looks pretty dead nuts. Do one right there just to verify, put it right on the very edge. We're good. Okay, so let's test it. Get out our handy dandy building dealy bobbers. I think I have enough wood for this. Let's see. Nope, I don't, but whatever. That'd be prepared again. So you can do this. You can do a level check. Ah, of course I ran out of freaking wood. Why would I not need enough wood? Okay. But you can also use your foundation pieces as we were just talking about. There you go, 8 by 8. Now look at that side profile and you can see, like even looking from here, right? If we use the edge there and back up just a little bit, you can tell, hold on. Yeah, like there. You can tell how level that thing is, that ground. So that is the way that you level and flatten. Now, if you want to do it without the trenching part, you can, but I recommend the trench first because without establishing an edge that is clean, like we were doing earlier, it makes your job really difficult to flatten a piece perfect because you're going to start at that corner, build one edge to be perfectly flat, go to another edge, so that way you have a square, you have a triangle basically is what you're drawing, and then start going from the edges in. Because I'm telling you guys, you try to do a huge one, like something like that big, which is 45 by 34 meters. It is a pain in the butt. So do it with a system. So this system allows you to make perfectly flat, and more important too, when you do build something up here, it will be very safe because with a trench, you're not going to have to worry about graylings or anything else coming up and getting in your business. So if you thought that was useful, I sure hope you did. But if you did, put a like, comment, and subscribe. And if you made it this far, you could have to do something, obviously a Rick and Morty thing. Be like, oh boy, Rick is so flat. But you can do that in the comments. That'd be great. All right, like,